Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a really quick update video for you guys on stock market. And let's get started. Dow Jones up on the day 0.67%, Nasdaq up 1.64%, S&P up 1%, and Russell 2000 only up just over 0.5%. And here on this groups, right here on top, we got communication services led by Meta, Google, technology, utilities, consumer cyclical, financial, basic material, real estate, industrials, healthcare, and energy and consumer defensive lagging behind today. And here on stock market map, what do we got? Tesla up 2.40%, Amazon up 2.94%, Meta up 3.5%, Google up 1.81%, Nvidia up 3.79%, Microsoft also up green on the day 2.35%, and even Apple joining the party today up 1.87%. But if you look everywhere else, especially right here, smaller banks and even bigger banks, JPM down on the day, Wells Fargo down on the day, Bank of America kind of a flat day, slightly up on the day, nothing big. But what we're seeing right now, again, the same names are going up, and this is how we get that rally started, especially on NASDAQ 100. And that's what we saw today, guys. And let's jump right into SPY and see what's going on. So on SPY ETF, I'm not going to take a lot of your time. It's going to stay simple and really quick because all you got here, 200 SMA sitting at 423. If that breaks, SPY can push higher. We definitely saw high volume buying today. Now, the question remains, is this actually a short squeeze or this is actually, a real buying? And I think we're going to find out by next Monday. So SPY now, tomorrow, 423 breaks, you're going to see a quick trip all the way up to 425.68 to even 430. Now, remember this. We're still trading below 200 SMA, and that is sitting at 423. So tomorrow, you don't see a breakout above 423, watch out for a pullback down to 420 and then the gap below 418.53. We also have support now down here at 416, 5-day moving average right here on SPY ETF. So it's really simple. Above 200 SMA, we could see more upside or a rejection from 200 SMA right here. Watch out for a pullback down to 420 and then the gap below 418.53. And if that gives up, there's going to be more downside down to 416 right here. And talking about insanity right here, guys, triple Q, NASDAQ 100. I mean, look at this. Gapping up 351.25 and not even getting down here to this gap. And that rally continued. And we pretty much closing at the high of the day, 357 almost. And now it's up again, another 39 cents. So the next stop for triple Q above 355, watch out for 360 and then 364.23. Now to the downside, if this is actually a fake rally, a short covering, then watch out for a rejection anywhere here, 355 to 360, and that can bring triple Q all the way back down to 351 to this gap. And if that happens, this is also a big support. It needs to hold right here. But going into tomorrow, your first level of support on triple Q, 355, and then the gap below 351. To the upside, we do have resistance at 360, 364.23, and then possibly we can come up here. And that is a long way. That is around 360. So tomorrow, guys, 355 will be your line in the sand right here on triple Q, and if that gives up, you will know instantly that it's coming down here to fill this gap around 351. So Dow Jones also up on the day, and we talked about it before in my video that watch out for this high to break, and that is right here around 332, and we definitely took that out today and ran all the way up to 333.36. Now 200 SMA here on Dow sitting at 338, and that is up here, guys. Now if this thing is actually bullish, you need to see a breakout above 20 SMA sitting at 333.36, and look at this, I mean pretty much right at that level today, high for the day. So if that breaks, definitely you're going to see it could be buying or a big short squeeze all the way up to 338 to even 339 here on Dow Jones. Now on a pullback, you want to watch 332, 328.88, and then 326 as a support. We still have this gap down here. I mean, it was really close. And that is why I'm not here on Dow buying the dip this time, because the last time I bought the dip right here, this thing paid. It was great. And now just for this gap, I didn't touch it. And now this thing is up almost 10 bucks from the bottom, guys. So sometimes you do miss a lot of things looking at those gaps, and sometimes they don't even get filled. I mean, at least when you're trying to buy it, it's not going to come down here. And you will see a counter trend rally, and this is exactly what we got here on Dow. So this is the first time we're seeing high volume buying on IWM. Now this one, I mean, this thing was red all day. This thing cannot keep any gains. And especially if we look at this one, how much did we actually go up? Only 94 cents. Now knowing, IWM, this thing can easily go up 3-4 bucks. Well, that didn't happen, right? Rates are staying higher and longer. And that is why this thing is down. And especially when you look at the overall market, if this thing is actually not going up, there is something wrong. Something happening behind the scenes. We're not seeing that. And, they know. We just don't see that. And that is why if this thing is not going back up, at least we don't see a rally up to 170. This rally can fade and everything can come down again, because this thing signaled before that, hey, I'm about to go down. And guess what? Everything, triple Q, and especially S&P 500 went back up, and they were running, and this thing was coming down. And then finally we saw everything following IWM and coming down, and then SPY actually getting under 200 SMA, Dow breaking under 200 SMA, and this thing just crashed. I mean, head and shoulder pattern, a full measured move here on IWM was down to 164. We went under 164 all the way down to 161.67, a new 52-week low, and now we're coming back up. So yes, this could be a bottom, but this is a strong downtrend on IWM. We're not out of the woods yet, at least until this thing actually breaks above, I would say 178 right here. So going into tomorrow, you need to watch 164 as a support, and if that gives up, we could be going back down to 162 and then even 160. To the upside, 164 can hold. The next stop, 167 and then 170. So on VIX getting crushed before Friday and breaking below 200 SMA, which is sitting at 1739, and also taking out this trend line right here, which so far was holding up until this morning, and then Powell came out and this thing just got decimated all the way down to 1687, down 7%. So if you're bullish here in the market, then watch out for VIX to stay below 18, and market will remain bullish and you're going to see more upside. But if this thing actually spikes back up over 18, that is when you'll know that this sell-off, just a pullback on VIX, and this thing going back up to 20 again, and that could put pressure on S&P 500. So far, fear is leaving the market, so market looking bullish and healthy, but you never know. You gotta watch this right here. If this thing spikes back up over 18, guess what? There is gonna be a lot more volatility in the market. Until then, just watch VIX right here to stay below 18, and that would be a bullish signal for the market, which we got today here on VIX. On TNX, and yes, you are right, it's flagging. Now we saw that before right here, a pullback, it was kind of flagging, big breakout. Right here, same thing, big breakout. Same thing right here, even right here. And now we are flagging again. It's down on the day 1.76%, but nothing big, just within this flag right here. So if this thing actually takes out right here, I would say 47.80, then watch out for a little bit more downside, possibly down to this gap around 47.28, and then maybe even 45.91. Now so far it's holding and staying inside this flag. So to the upside, watch for the resistance right here at 48.46. And if that breaks, 5-day moving average right here, TNX definitely going back up, and we might be coming back up to 49.36. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.